We're live. Another Wednesday. Hello, everybody. It's hump day. I hope you've had a good day. Gotten through the middle of the week slump, and here's a pretty easy, straightforward dinner to get you through and rolling downhill to the weekend. So say hello. Let us know who's here. How was your day?
Good. I think it's been productive. I even managed to work in my exercise time, and
Hope you all got your exercise time in.
that's it. And now it's cooking a lovely meal, and then we've got the evening.
Yeah, Jeff cooks so nice because you can plan it in advance, get it done in half an hour, and then supper's done by 7 o'clock. And then you've got the rest of the night to catch up on whatever you need to do. Hello, Pat. Pat's always here. Hello, Minnie. Nice to see you guys. Are you cooking with us? Are you just watching? Let us know. We have a 26-hour workout coming up.
Ooh.
Have you all pledged your hours? How many hours are you going to contribute to the workout? Hello, Iva. I hope you've got a whiskey in hand. I haven't pledged my hours yet. I've got a bit of a dodgy back at the moment, so I'm not supposed to exercise, but I will be there to do the lunch session. So gonna come up with something good to fuel Jono and keep him going. Hello, Nicole. Nice to see your name there. Tonight, we've got grilled bruschetta chicken. So normally, you would get those little toasties, probably about that big, and put your tomatoes and basil and mozzarella on there and have it as an appetizer. Tonight, we are putting that on some chicken, just to make it a little bit healthier, get some good protein in. And then I've got baby potatoes as our starch, but you can do whatever you want. This would go quite well on some spaghetti and some couscous. So whatever starch you want to add, you can add or just leave it off. And then you've got some more room to play around with adding a fat. Hello, Mbali. Minnie cooking with, but got attached by the red onions. Well, I'm going to show you a trick of how you can cut the red onions, and hopefully that will reduce some of your tears. I don't know if I've shown before, but maybe you weren't with us for that cook, but it's definitely a good kitchen hack to get the hang of, and then you won't cry. So we've got a couple of minutes. We can keep chatting, talking nonsense.
Have you run through the prep? Sorry.
Not yet. I think we'll wait until a couple more people are with us. Hello, Angela. If you haven't yet, get your baby potatoes parboiling. Mine are done because otherwise you're going to sit here for half an hour and watch water boil. So those are cooked. I can show you what I did with those. Just boiled them for about half an hour, I'd say, just until they were soft enough to pierce with a knife. And then I cut them in half, olive oil and some salt, and then they're going to just chill, do their thing in the air fryer while we're doing everything else. Super simple. Something you guys might not know is vegetables that grow under the ground, so butternut, potatoes, beetroots, turnips. When you cook those, you should start cooking them in cold water. So put them in a pot with cold water and then bring the water and the vegetable up to the boil. Whereas things that grow above the ground need to go into rapidly boiling water. So that's also a little kitchen hack for you, just to improve your cooking, because potatoes and things take a long time to cook. So you want to gradually increase the heat, and it's going to start cooking much sooner than if you only plop it in when the water's boiling. Popping in, Amanda, a trying phyllo pastry log. Oh, that's a good one. I think I've cooked that about 3 times, so I'm glad you're trying it. Hello, Lisa. I was thinking about you yesterday. I miss you. I hope everything's going well, so thanks for joining us. We are 1 minute away, so I think we'll talk about what we've prepped. Not too much prepped, but so chicken. You could probably do this on a piece of steak if you wanted to, or even on some fish, but I'm not so sure how cheese and fish, how well they go together. And then there was a mixture of oregano, basil, and thyme, was it? Yes. But I've just got some mixed herbs because it had all of those in it. And then some crushed garlic. And then for our topping, we've got baby tomatoes, so about 2 cups of baby tomatoes, some basil that we're going to chop up, roughly chop that up and get that with the tomatoes, and then a red onion, And then got some balsamic vinegar. This is excuse the dogs in the background. Obviously, this is the zoomy time. They pick their moments. Cab Sav balsamic vinegar. That's why it's not super dark, but you can use whatever you've got. Even red wine vinegar will do the job. And then mozzarella to put on the top. Who we got? Karen, Tessa, first time here for the year. I'm so glad that you've picked this one to do your first jet cook for 2022. I can't believe it's already 2022. So let's get cooking. I've already got my pan heating up because that always slows us down. And then I've shown it a couple of times, but here's another kitchen hack. Tonight's all about kitchen hacks. This little olive oil spray bottle comes in handy because you can just give a light spritz onto your pan and then you don't use so much oil like we normally would when we just pour it out. Or if you need to, like I spritzed it onto my baby potatoes in the air fryer. So buy yourself one of these and spritz away. That's there for the chicken.
And once you have one, I guess you can just refill.
Yeah, keep refilling it. You don't have to buy a new one every time. Okay, so I've chopped my tomatoes. If you haven't chopped your tomatoes, you can do that. But now I'll show you the red onion hack so that you don't cry. Where we're gonna go, just here. Okay. So the first important step. I'm gonna see me. You're gonna have to stand in the camera. Hello, Shannon. Okay, so the first important step is cut the onion in half, but cut it through the root. So keep that root intact because that's gonna hold everything together and stop it falling apart. Okay, then first step is to slice this way down. What would you say that is? Longitudinal. Okay, so just some slits down the onion. And the root is holding that all together. Okay. Then you're gonna cut that way. That's perpendicular. I don't know which way. Help, engineer. Is it perpendicular?
What's your point of reference? It's perpendicular to the cut you just made.
Yes, that. Okay. Careful on the step that you don't cut your fingers. When I was demonstrating this in home economics in matric for the whole class, I sliced through my thumb and then the onion was burning it and I just had to pretend like nothing had happened. Tessa, I have a balsamic spray bottle too, which is awesome. Yeah, it was a nice little spritz without overdoing it and being too heavy-handed. Okay, and then now we're gonna are we perpendicular again? Now we're gonna just chop straight down, and this helps you make tiny little dices that'll be all the same size, keeps the onion juices from spraying everywhere, and then you won't cry and don't need to wear goggles in the kitchen. Apparently, if you chew chewing gum while you're doing this, that also helps, but I don't know. I haven't tried that. Okay, well that was super easy. Did you all get that? Maybe I'll do a video and post it on Instagram for you. Okay, so the onions are gonna go with our tomatoes. Is our pan hot yet?
Yep.
Crank it up for now. Okay. Point of reference is healthy eating. Yes, and if you've got little skills in the kitchen, it makes eating healthy so much easier. Hello, Cara. Hubby bought me a mandolin as a gift. Oh yeah, that's also very helpful. Also, be careful of your fingers.
Am I the only one who thought about an instrument there?
Probably, but yes, it's also an instrument. He's a guitar player. But makes things nice and thin. Well, you can change the thickness, but slices really easily and makes, so many little gadgets to have in the kitchen. Okay, do you want to cut the basil for us? Just roughly chop it. Maybe like hold that all together and just slice quite thin.
Sounds good.
Because I don't know if you watched my How to Make Your Plate Pretty, but we don't want to cut everything exactly the same because it's boring. When you look at it, it all just looks identical. So chop things slightly differently and it catches the eye, makes your food look more interesting and more appealing, and just makes it taste better as well. Everyone that's cooking, are you all keeping up? You with us? This pan feels hot, so what we're now going to do is the crushed garlic. Going to get that in there with the chicken and our herbs. Just sprinkle that over, and then again I'm going to get my little spritzy bottle and just spray all over. And then you got to get your hands a little bit dirty to wash it all around and massage the chicken a little bit with these spices and the garlic.
Antoinette, job or a you job?
No, I can do it. Antoinette's just watching. Well, thank you for being here with us. What are you, all you chefs that aren't cooking with us, what are you cooking for dinner? And if you've only just logged on, how many hours are you gonna pledge to the 26-hour workout? I'm sure Adrian's got lots of exciting meals up his sleeve to keep Jono going. I'm doing lunch, and it's gonna be such a good day. Well, day and night, and another day. Yeah. Okay, so that's all rubbed in. You'll just have to see how big your chicken breasts are and if you need to add more spices. But I think those are gonna start talking once we cook. Shannon's cooking separately, but watching for inspiration. Yeah, put it on the menu for tomorrow night. Nice thing to do over the weekend because it's pretty simple. If you had people coming over, you can do it in advance. I'm gonna get this chicken in the pan. Start sizzling away. I'll just do 2 for now so that we're not waiting for chicken. Oh, can't see the chicken being rubbed. Okay, shooting it over. So this can't really see too much, but I just rubbed the garlic and the herbs with a little bit of olive oil. There you can see the herbs. And then you can salt and pepper it while it's cooking in the pan. You don't want to do that too early because it'll draw the moisture out of your chicken and make it dry. I've also got the oven on quite hot because just now we're going to pop the cheese on top of the cooked chicken and then get that in the oven to grill. I'm just going to wash my chickeny hands.
You want to move? What's there?
No, it's okay. That can just cook and then we'll show how it looks just now. Jeff's Louis broccoli, rice and mince. That's also a nice, super easy one for a weeknight. Getting your greens in. I'm glad that you guys are cooking Jeff recipes. There's so many recipes in the club app, and we try and put a new one in every day. So always keep an eye out for what's new. Next week, well, this month is Walk Your Dog Month. So I've been doing little things all week that they're for you and they're healthy for you and they'll help keep you on track to your goals, but they are safe and friendly to share with your pets. The center of our world revolves around our dogs, so it's nice to treat them. Monday I did the canine ingredient meatballs. So hidden veggies in there. They've got quite a nice texture because they've got the carrots and the baby marrow in them, and you can put them in the freezer. So watch that video. It was 7:30 on Monday. Otherwise, the recipe's in J-Club. And then Tuesday, we did pumpkin frozen yogurt popsicles. So nice for a hot day, but the dogs love them. I think they lick through a popsicle in about 4.5 minutes. And then Ed just gave some tips on how to still have a good breakfast when you're on the road. So not in his normal routine and space, but he still made sure that he had a good breakfast. And then Adrian's going to talk to you tomorrow about increasing your steps and how that contributes to calorie burn. So one way to do that is to walk your dog. And then Lauren has got some secrets up her sleeve. You don't quite know what she's going to do, but something that's nutritious but delicious to stop you from getting takeaways on a Friday night. And then Saturday, I'll be back with, you all know, croque madame or croque monsieur. So this is croque monsieur pour vous et les pup, which is, I don't know if I said that right, but it's basically croque monsieur for you and your dog. So you'll have to watch that on Saturday. And then next week we've got, it's postpartum. So Dom's launching her new block, Jeff Bump, and then all recipes that are just really good for postpartum nutrition. So lots of exciting things happening. Antoinette definitely make the meatballs. They're super fast, delicious, and get them in the freezer. Okay, you've chopped our basil. You can mix that in to our tomatoes.
Just there. And mix.
You can use a spoon. And then balsamic vinegar going in with the tomatoes too. And we can put a little bit of salt and pepper. Sugar. I've cut my mozzarella slices so they're all ready to pop onto my chicken. Flip these over. Ooh, they're looking good. Smelling good in here. And the oven's nice and hot. Oh, I didn't put the air fryer on.
Salt and pepper, you said.
A little bit of salt and pepper, yeah. The balsamic went in with the tomato, onion, basil mixture. If you don't have balsamic, use red wine vinegar, apple cider vinegar, any of that, just for a little bit of acidity and to slightly pickle the red onions to soften them so they're not so burny. Cool, that looks good. And it looks pretty with the red and the purple and the green. So not much in terms of veggies and salady stuff. So if you wanted to serve it with extra broccoli or another side salad, go for it. I'm all for as many veggies as you can, all the colors of the rainbow. But if you're keeping it simple, it'll still do the job. How are you all doing?
Rated balsamic.
Yeah, in the tomatoes.
What are we doing with the cheese?
Cheese is gonna go on top of the. You can actually probably put it on now. So I've flipped the chicken and it's nice and golden. So you could already put your mozzarella on the top to start getting soft and melty, and then we'll put it under the grill to really make it bubble. This is basically a different version of a caprese. Tomato and basil and mozzarella go really well together. So it's the middle of the week and you're going to start feeling like you're tired and things are slowing down, but now's when you've got to really pick up your pace that you can keep going to Friday. End your week properly, because then the weekend is when we want to relax and have fun and eat all the good stuff. So hopefully these Jeff cooks will just give you a little bit of motivation and inspiration to stay on track a little bit longer. And yeah, I mean, these meals are special enough that they can feel like a treat on the weekend, even if you've got people over. We'll make this delicious looking dinner soon, definitely. Okay, so peas is starting to soften. My potatoes are in the air fryer, but you could pop yours in the oven to roast, or just super simple couscous with some boiling water and your starch is done in 3 minutes. That's ready to go. We don't need that guy anymore. Plates ready. And then we're almost done. Oh. Okay. We might be dishing up without our potatoes. I'm going to pop this under the grill. And now it's in the oven. So you don't have to completely cook your chicken in the pan because it's also going to cook a little bit in the oven now while the cheese melts. And then we're done. What was that? Dinner in 15 minutes. Except I prepped a little bit before. So let's say dinner in half an hour. But yeah, let me know how you're all doing and how the week's going. Our dogs are finally behaving. Yeah. They've given up with us not giving them any attention. But they will definitely wake up as soon as we sit down to eat. And they want us to share. Okay, so quick recap. For the chicken, Mom's love dinner in 15 minutes. Amazing. So yeah, I think I'm gonna maybe do a nutrition program of recipes that maybe only have 5 ingredients, or recipes that will take you maximum 30 minutes to make, so that you've got quick references of what to cook for supper on a weeknight. So chicken, and then basil, thyme, and oregano, or just mixed herbs, mixed and rubbed into all the little nooks and crannies of your chicken breasts, with crushed garlic and a little bit of spritz of olive oil, and then salt and pepper as you're cooking. And then we've got the 2 cups of tomatoes with red onion and some basil and the balsamic vinegar, also salt and pepper there. And then when you've cooked your chicken, put the mozzarella on the top under the grill to bubble and caramelize. And then we're done. And we're going to put the chicken on a plate, put the tomato mixture, spoon it over the top, and then supper is ready. School extramurals and chef workouts. Yeah, every minute counts. So especially if you can cook all these things in bulk and get them in the freezer or eat them for a couple of nights a week. But I can't do that, hey. I have to cook something different every night.
Well, if you build up your stock in the freezer.
Yeah. So cook double, but put it in the freezer so that you only have it again next week. I think I can handle that. But I have to cook different things every night so that I've got something to add into Jeff Club to keep it fresh for all of you. Okay, let's peek at our mozzarella. Oh, it's melting. And our potatoes are already looking golden. Just give them a bit of a shake. And we are almost there. It's smelling good in here. Meats are ready. At least these other 2 chicken breasts that are sitting here are going to marinate nicely because they've had a bit more time.
What about the oregano?
We've got a bit more time, and oregano and basil. And are any of you signed up to do the habits course? I think that's a big one, because we often will get to a new year and we say, I'm going to eat better, I'm going to exercise more, I'm going to walk every day, I'm going to this and this and this and that. And you overwhelm yourself and don't actually end up doing any of it. So start with a few of the basics, lay a good foundation, and then build up, stack your habits, and then they're more likely to stick with you. Shannon's family prefers the food that she's cooked after following our recipes. Well, that's awesome to hear. There are some really good family-friendly, family favorites in there that even the kids approve of. Oh, look at my sous chef bringing out the oven gloves. I've got a pan that can be on the stovetop and go in the oven. That's quite handy to have in the kitchen if you're going to have one. Add it to your birthday list or Valentine's Day list or something, because then you can just seal a steak on the stove and then finish it in the oven. But otherwise, just an oven-friendly dish will work. Okay.
Ooh, that smells good.
That's good. Oh, I almost touched it. That's good. Okay, I'll show you. All cheesy. Yeah. And then, you want to spread over the tomatoes.
Why would I spin it from there? Where is this going on top?
Yeah, just like drape it over the top. Some can fall off.
Yeah, all of it falls off.
It's fine. 2 to 3 veggies every day. That's a good start. Aim for 5. But yeah, 2 to 3 is awesome. But if you could have 2 at lunch and another 3 different ones at dinner. And then you've hit your 5 a day. How good does that look? So pretty, so clean, so summery. On a hot night, it will be nice and refreshing and light and easy to eat. So dinner is served. We've got to wait for our potatoes, but they're going to be nice and crispy. So I'll add them to the plate and take a picture and post that. But thanks for joining us or cooking with us. I'm blocking you. You're not in there properly.
That's okay.
And we will see you again during the week. Otherwise, next week for sure. Have a good Wednesday.
Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.